spent 10 minutes on a live with myself and did not understand what in the world was going on. I thought it would be strange that nobody had come in for the first 10 minutes. It's 7:13 now. I promise you, I was on a live. Okay, so now 13 minutes all by myself. So let's see if I'm still by myself. Because this is very, very strange on this. And I don't know what's going on. When I went back, I realized that the other one was on unlisted. Muriel, thank you. Good morning. I'm not on here by myself. It's still saying that there's 0 people. No, now they're saying there's 3. And I see you. So, yes. So, for the last 12 minutes, I was having a chat on my own, showing you all kinds of stuff. Good morning. Yeah. No, I was on. But I was apparently on a live with myself. And I'm thinking, like, 10, 11 minutes came in and go, it's so strange that no one would come in. This is really bizarre. So I just deleted it. But I went in to start a new live, and I'm like, let me read everything through, because there has been some changes in YouTube, which we haven't discussed. And by the way, hello, I'm Leanna, the Pastry Queen's Farm Adventures, and yes, I quilt by the seat of my PJs. Let's start off with that. And so after 10 minutes and seeing that no one has come in, I said, this is really, really bizarre, right? Because my lives normally generate anywhere from 800 views to 1,500. Not that I care what the views are, but that's normally it. Normally you guys pop up, and then we have our core group that's on and that chats. But somehow yesterday I went in to change stuff because we have something called a community now. So there is a community. Remember, we had a community tab and then it was renamed posts, but now we have another community tab, in which you all can post your pictures to show me and our community what you're doing and tell us whatever you want to tell us. I will say I do have the comments on held for review, because all know that sometimes we get some cray people on here, and I didn't want my community to not be a safe place where all of us can go to. So I do have them held for review, and I will go through them. Also, comments. I need comments like you can't imagine on regular stuff. I know that I've been very lax about it, but now that I am not working the way I was working, I can keep up with everything. I'm hoping I can keep up with everything. But anyway, let me say my good morning welcomes. I promise you, I was on a live, and now I got to redo the spiel of showing you everything. So when I went to set up this live, I noticed that my setting went unlisted, which has never been a situation. It always is like where it says you can pick if you want it public, private, unlisted. It defaulted to unlisted. I don't know why it defaulted to unlisted. I don't know if it's because I said I wanted my community tab for reviews to be held for review. So I don't know if that somehow changed my settings, but it changed my settings. So literally I did have a 10-minute live with myself. But so I went in, I go, well, why does that say unlisted? So I hit public, and I said, well, let's try round two. And yes, I've got round 2. So that was it. I have to now remember or figure out how to change that for my lives so that it goes in as public. So lots of my YouTube creators are on here. So just be vigilant when you go on live, to make sure that where it says, how you want this shown, that it's public, because I did not realize that mine was defaulting now to unlisted. That just happened. That has never happened before. So yes, so definitely go over there and look. Good morning, Muriel. Let me put on my glasses. I'm going to the eye doctor today, so we can see what's up with my eyes, because clearly something's a little squirrely. So we're going to the eye doctor. That's an 1.5-hour drive from my house. It's a bit. Muriel, good morning. I was looking for you at 7. I promised you I was there, Jessica. Because I liked your post and then I went on the live and yeah, live with myself. Good morning, Rebel Row. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Barb and Muriel and Sherry. Linda, good morning. Hola, Benzino. No, Vencio. I'm sorry. Por favor, me da grace. Vincenzo, maybe. I hope I'm saying it right. But good morning. Buen mañana. Um, can't remember who, but we heard about some changes, but they weren't sure what it was. Yes, so my community is up. You guys can start posting your pictures to all of us and your creations and to talk to us. Hello, Ghostly. Good morning, Raven and Sherry. So all of you content creators on here, make sure you check your visibility because this morning that threw me for a loop. You're from India? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Barb. I think I got 2 house blocks done and they'll be in the mail tomorrow. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Ned. Hello. Good morning, Para. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So good morning. Let's see. You look happy. I am happy. I'm happy to see you all. What did you stitch today? So that's what well, I got to show you a bunch of, I got to redo the whole thing. So let's go over here. Let's start with over here because a lot has happened. I mean, yesterday I was not in this room. I don't know if I said that in this live or the last live, but when I started the live before, I had just turned on the lights and I was just getting myself situated because I had not been in here. I did not do one stitch yesterday. Yesterday was kindergarten graduation. I had doctor's appointments in the morning. I was sleeping between the doctor's appointment and kindergarten graduation because I was just really wiped. I said yes, and that's so I showed that in the last live. So I'm gonna have to redo all that. So here we are. Here was our finishes from this kaleidoscope box. Okay, today's supposed to be about cotton cuts, but this is my finish for that. Then let me show you what I will be working on over here. I'm gonna span. Ready? So here is the backing, and I did piece that, and then I went ahead and pulled out this I made on my channel a while back. This was a 3-yard quilt, and I used I don't know if I used scraps or what, but what I did was I made this and I pulled it out. So this is going to be the front and this is going to be the back. And this has like these little dog woody print fabric here, and this does too. Hey, I have to use what I got. But this is a pass it forward. It has to be long armed. And out of the same fabric, we did this. I don't know if you recall this. I made this. And, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. I have a problem with my brain right now. Functioning right. I keep saying to her, it's worrying me. And she says, no, it's just everything you got going on. Debbie, in Quilt Fact. In Quilt Fact was doing this sewing thing on her channel a while back. And she got it from another creator, content creator. The Sewing Room, maybe? I don't remember. Lovely lady. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, so I made this when Debbie was making hers. And then I took the leftovers with some other fabric and made this. So I made this backing long enough so that I can quilt this and then add this and quilt this as well. Just so that I can get more stuff out of those bins, because you know those bins, right? The humidity is horrendous here. It's not even funny. It was like soup, and we had a family dinner yesterday. So that is it's not a common thing, but we had a family dinner. We had ham, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes. I made these little pear puff pastry French tarts and salad. So it was a nice day yesterday, but I got nothing quilty wise done. But I do have stuff set out. So wait, let me go. Okay, so this pile here, before I start the cotton cuts, let's open this. So this is what I have. So Sherry, I have yours, and I don't know if they want their last name on here, but you may see it on here, okay? So let me see what we've got going on here. Yes. Hello, Ash from New Zealand. And you're from Florida. Hello. Yes, I recall you've been here before. Um, let's see, my house blocks are still sitting on my table. Don't worry about it. At this point, I'm just gonna do the best I can, and we may not even get to these until right before my surgery. Good morning, Giovanna. And yes, so here we are. So this one here is from Sherry. So we're gonna see Sherry. Oh, I'm glad I start your day with a smile. Look at how cute this is her little house. Isn't that adorable? It is me, and you are cracking up. Oh, is it me or are you cracking up? Maybe you, I don't really know, Giovanna. It's been a morning with this live. This is my second take. And now I have to be aware of what is going on here. Because, yeah, the unlisted. Oh, I enjoy watching you. Hold on, I'm going to open this up. That's funny because I have the same, so I have the same pad of paper. I enjoy watching you. I've gotten several ideas for donation quotes from your channel. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. You're all so sweet. Oh, look at this. Look at that fabric. I like that fabric. It's like Art Deco. Art Deco. I like it. Thank you. All right, so we're going to put this up. So yesterday when I went to the doctor's, I'm going to get, where is my, here they are. Maybe I can have my honey somehow string over here, some kind of string, and then I can hang them up, like laundry. That would be cute. Across there as they come in. I have them up here above me. I'm gonna just put these right here. My chair. Remember I said I need to put oil on it? I put oil on it and now it squeaks even worse. Worse than ever. I don't know what to do about it. All right. So thank you. So wonderful. These are great blocks. Audio is cracking up, but it is okay. Your mic is cracking now. And then, are you sure it's cracking or is my chair cracking? Because my chair is crack-a-lacking. You hear the crackling noise too? Huh? I can't take it. I can't take it. I don't know what is going on with my lives this morning. I would like to make you one, but I am completely broke. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Yes, it's 5 by 7.5. All right, I'm gonna put this here. Well, let me know if it's still cracking, because I will. I'll just end it. It doesn't. I'll just go on another time. Let me shut off something and see if it's back. No, it's not bad enough to end. Okay, all right. So, being a couple of things. Do not forget that Carmen's Quilt Shop, that promo code I gave you, you're the okay. I agree. Don't okay. So she still has her sale until June 20. I think it says June 20. I believe so. And remember, she had sent me this fabric, and she had sent me this fabric before, and I had made this on my channel with the fabric, and I pulled it out because when I pulled out the passive forward quilt that I need, I came across it, and I'm going to use this now for the backing of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this bigger so that I could use it for the backing of this. So if you remember this, there's a video on how I use this fabric, and I made this up, so I just put like some pieces here. Couldn't tell you what I did. You'd have to go back to the computer. Hi, Lisa. And the center I made on Sean's channel, the guy who sews, when he did an interview with me. So you know what? Let me take you. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up just to refresh. Some of you are new to my channel, so you can go to the old episodes, right? Let's see. Let me take this down. I found a piece because I've long armed so much lately. I have a piece that's perfect to do that. And let me move all this. So it is official. I am gonna be. I never canceled my trip to Puerto Rico on July 5th, and so that is the date that we're gonna go. I'm not going any earlier because so many doctor's visits has happened, and I'm trying to get them all done before my surgery date, which I don't have yet. Don't have that yet, but yeah, I went to my GI doctor, and she's like, yeah, you need to go. You need to go. You need to get yourself mental. So now that's 4 doctors who've told me I have to go and get myself. There's Babalota. She contacted me. She missed us. We missed her. So this was the quilt that I made using this fabric, and she has this on super sale. And then you have your coupon code too. So that's going to be the back. And what I may do is I may find some white and some red and maybe in the back. Let's see how big this is a yard cut, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a yard cut. So what I can do, let's see if it's with the fabric. No. So what I will have to do is put like maybe a band of red and a band of black and some on the side, but I will use this for the back of this quilt. So this is a good use for that. Look at how cute it is in a quilt, right? Super cute. So I like it. It's going to be cute. So cute. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, now let's get to the reason why I'm on here, which is cotton cuts. Let's see. Good morning, Katie Crafts. Let's see. I can make one for you and put it in the mail post today. This way you'll be represented in our oh, thank you. Just stepping in. I have physio in a couple of minutes. Waving to you all, trying to be here tomorrow. No problem. We love you too. You take care. She is rehabilitating herself. I ordered a kaleidoscope quilt and just put Leanna Pastry Queen sent me and got free shipping. Yay. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I love the truck. How did I miss this quilt? You have to go back. Yes. Well, thank you, Lily. Yeah, he is. He does. I know he does. So here we go. So this here is the spiel. This is my Wild West. It has been launched. I bought the extra borders. So I'm going to stick those on here. The extra borders are going to go on here. I bought the backing, and then I'm going to get that long arms and finished. So I love it, and this is what we're going to work on. I'm also the ambassador for Flyaway, and I've got to do clue 5. And then I do have clue 6, and I'm going to video that for a future video so that when I cannot be on live, I will have that to upload, or my honey will have that to upload. And then I'm also the ambassador for the new one called Under the Sea. Under the Sea, yes. Just like Ariel and Mermaid Under the Sea. I have no idea what I'm sewing, so I couldn't give you my colorway because I don't know what it is. But I will say my code, if you want to join me, is Leanna, L-E-A, and they put 2 N's this time, N-N-A, and then C-S-E-A. So I've dropped this before in my link. I will drop it again. You can sign up right now. You have until September 25th to sign up. That's when the sign-ups close. But why wait? Because your colorway may not be there. But in any case, you can buy it. I'm just reading some stuff. You can buy it in the whole box like you've seen. Like I got the whole box ahead of time instead of getting it monthly. So I have the whole box here and all my pieces. This happens to be 5. And then they have an oops kit. This is their oops kit. And I did order the extra borders and the backing. And yes, I paid for that, the extra borders and backing. So, if you're interested, you can go over to Cotton Cuts and use Leanna-CSEA, all one. And then you can get in the action too. So that's my spiel for that. Let's go to sew. I used to sew. Well, there's so many things. I forgot to bring. Oh no, do I have the bag up here? Okay, so we're going to have a big show and tell, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow, I have a doctor's appointment, but it's not until the afternoon. So, I found a place called the Frugal Fabrics by me. So a new place opened up. Oops, sorry. I'm moving my camera. A new place opened up called the Frugal Fabrics. And when I was at the doctor's I've been at the doctor's every day, so I don't remember what day. I think it was Tuesday, because yesterday was Wednesday. So Tuesday, when I was at the doctor's, I knew about this new place that opened up after Joann's closed called the Frugal Fabrics. And it's a reuse fabric and yarn shop. It is I think it's a non-for-profit, but they're doing sewing classes. And when I strolled up there, there was a big sign that said closed, but I'm seeing all these people in there. I'm like, well, how can it be closed if everybody's in there? Maybe somebody forgot to turn the closed sign to open, because that happens, right? So I go up there and I'm looking and the sign hour says closed, and I'm looking at all these people. So this lady comes out. She's super sweet. And she goes, we're closed. You must be new. And I said, yes. And I told her I was a quilter. And she goes, why don't you come on in? I'm running a class right now and you can see what's going on. So I said, great. I have a YouTube channel. One day I'm going to come in there with, and give you guys a tour. Super sweet lady. We talked for a long time. We're talkers, right? Quilters are talkers. And so this bag class was going on. And so they charged $40, but that included everything. You don't bring your own sewing machine. They have sewing machines set up in this little workshop area. And it was a bag making class. And it included everything. It included every supply you need to make this bag, down to the thread, down to everything. And it was an all-day class. So I thought that was pretty cool. And what they're trying to do is get more people into quilting and sewing. And so people donate stuff to them, and this is how they're running, and then they sell. And it's great. I bought all this stuff, which I shouldn't have bought, but I couldn't help myself because I Moda charm packs for $2. Moda charm packs, $2. Are you kidding me? And they didn't have a lot because, it's whatever they have. Oh, and then Pat's going to be excited because they had patriotic charm packs, and they were giant charm packs. They were like double, triple size charm packs. They were like this big charm packs for $3. I bought every one they had because I will be probably making more Quilt of Valors. Yes, I've never seen anything like it. I didn't spend that much money. I got a brand new Cafe bag, not bag, a Cafe. They had no Cafe fabric, but they had a Cafe book. It was beautiful. It was Cape in the Gardens or something. It was just such a beautiful book. And it was on the tag, it still had the original tag of $30. It was $1. $1. $1. This was like this is like going to a thrift store, but only for quilters. Like he was insane. I got a quilter select ruler for $2. $2, a quilter select ruler, a big, nice quilters. I've always wanted to try their rulers, but they're super expensive. $2. $2. I couldn't help myself. What I did end up giving them a donation because I can't help myself. I have to give to charity all the time because she's like, well, your total is $10 or something like that. I go $10. No, I said no. You got to take the 20. She goes, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Please take the $20 because people who cannot afford those sewing classes, they don't have to pay. I mean, for people who can pay for the sewing class, it's $40, includes everything. But if you cannot pay, you do not have to pay. Yeah, I could not help myself, and it is for charity. Like I'm not supposed to spend any money, but I do give to charity. I don't know why, because I just do. That's just who I am. So I'll have to show you that haul because I don't know where it is right now. And this is a cotton cut situation. So, but I couldn't help myself. I had to tell you. So I went in there. We're going to do some networking. She looked up my channel and she's like, oh my God, your mission and our mission is the same. And she said, we have to partner up and do all kinds of stuff together. And I just love it. And I'm excited. It's a fabulous thing. She knows I'm looking for another sewing machine for another kiddo. Yes, I'm on the hunt for another sewing machine for another kiddo. So she says they get sewing machines all the time. So she says, if you can repair it and you think you could repair it, they'll give it to me. So she wrote my name down. So when she gets a, this child is going to be in fifth grade. So, and she's in 4-H, and her parent does not have a sewing machine at home. They don't even know where to start with sewing. But she's showing me her projects. So I told her mom for the summer she'll have a sewing machine. I said, don't you worry, that girl's going to have a sewing machine for the summer. And so the lady said that they get them in weekly, and she keeps the ones for like their sewing class. But she said the next ones that come in, I will definitely give you for this little girl. So I'm excited because we're partnering up. She knows I just gave away a sewing machine 2 weeks ago that I fixed, and then another one not too long ago. So anyway, this is the back of my cotton cuts. You have my little label. Here is the back of it. And I don't think I did this live. I did this on a cotton cuts situation. They had a sewing thing, a Zoom sew session, and I made this on the Zoom sew session as a content creator. So I did not make this for you all, but I did put this together. I will tell you, I bought this panel. I'm going to put this up. I bought this panel and I bought remnants because I can't afford to buy the stuff that you order regular price. So what I did, Cotton Cuts sells remnants, and I went through their remnants and I bought everything they had under remnants that I knew was part of Floral States of America. I did end up buying a yard at regular price, is as you see this yellow, because that's New York State, and being that I do live in New York and I wanted New York represented as where this was made, I have a band of yellow here, and you can't see it, a band of yellow at the bottom. So whatever you see here, I did at the bottom, okay? This was, believe it or not, I also paid this full price. This was a cheater block. This was a cheater fabric, and I cut it and made a band here because they didn't have much. I think they only had a half yard or something like that, or a 3/4 of the yard. I bought whatever it was they had. But then I bought this. This was also remnant. And this here was part of the Oops kit. So I did put the Oops kit. So this is the back, Floral States of America. It's all, I just did meander, just regular meander, because I didn't want my quilting to be the star. Not that my quilting should ever be the star. It's very, very, basic. But I want my quilt to shine, the piecing, because I'm a piecing lady. I like the piecing to be the star of the show here. So this is the back. And this here is the front. Cotton Cuts did put out a video, my video of this that I sent them. I sent them a launch video. They did air it. Oops. This is a heavy quilt. It's not only a big quilt, but for some reason it's a very heavy quilt. The cotton is really good. It's Andover fabric, and I feel like it's a really thick cotton Andover fabrics. So those are the blocks. So also, as you notice, so the kit comes with this here. This, oh shoot. Yeah, it's super heavy. I don't get this. Let's see. Let me see if I could put them on a diagonal, maybe that way. Yeah, okay. So all this, it goes all the way down, right? It goes all the way down here and over. So over here, this should end like this. And this should be the end of the quilt. But I had this, again, the cheater fabric that I bought, and I fussy cut it 2.5 inches. It was perfect fussy cut for 2.5 inch bricks. And I put that all the way around. And then I had some leftover of this, plus the Oops kit of this color right here. And I added a little tiny strip all around to border this whole quilt. Because I have to make mine different. I have to be different. So that is my Cotton Cuts Floral States of America. It's completely done. I'm just going to keep it up there. I'm not even going to mess with it. It's too much to mess with it. I still can't believe I was on a live with myself for like 10 plus minutes. All right. I think all I'm going to have time for is not even clue 5. That may have to be tomorrow. I'm going to just finish up this. Happy Juneteenth. Absolutely. Forgot about that. Yes, happy Juneteenth. Day of celebration. Absolutely. All right. So let's go back. I'm sorry. I miss you all. Yeah, it will pay me back tenfold. And I'm just excited that we can partner and from stuff, for children and for our community. So I'm super excited by that place. Very creative backing. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Good morning, Rebecca. Yes, it's two-sided. It is two-sided. Good morning, Deb. If I didn't say good morning to you, let's see. Quilt down. Yes, good morning, Jekyll. And morning, nearest. Lignum maybe, I don't know. I may not be saying that right, and so I don't want to say something I shouldn't say, so I'll just say good morning. All right, so we have this, and where are we going to go? So this comes pre-cut for you. So see, all I have to do is grab it. Again, it came in this bag. So these are the extra borders, and it comes all pre-cut for me. And all I have to do is combine these two. Now let's see. Maybe this is already even, let's see, this may actually be all, here we go. So it's a holiday here in New York, and it's actually, oh, yep. It actually, I don't need to sew it. It's pre-cut right to the size. Um, so for us, and this is not everyone in the United States, it's become a state holiday. I don't know if it's a federal holiday, but I know everybody in the state, even state workers, my son is off, everybody's off today. So we are all off today. And let's see. Yes, thumbs up. And so it is, and I'm sure, you know, there's more than I know, but it is the day that the last bit of slaves were told you've been free, like a year after slavery ended, I believe. I think it's been a year, or maybe it was longer than a year. You all can educate me. Um, so yes, it is a federal bank holiday. Yes. So yeah, so unfortunately they had stayed in slavery for a while before they were told that they were emancipated. Yes, it was there in Texas. Yep, absolutely. It was happened in one of the. They were the last. I think it was the last state where they were told that they didn't have to be slaves anymore. Yep, they were free. Yep, that is correct. I thought so. You know, sometimes that's what we teach the kids, but in the textbooks. But you know, sometimes those textbooks are wrong. A lot of times those textbooks are wrong. Um, like when we went to visit in Puerto Rico, we went to visit the fort in San Juan, and there's a plaque in the fort that says Tayanos, they were all eliminated. There's none remaining. They were all basically genocide out. And I'm sitting there reading it, and I'm like, no, no, we're still here. No, we're still here because my genetics tell me we're still here because my background when my daughter did the genetics was that we have a very high percentage of Tayano in our family. So clearly that plaque that was put in there was completely wrong. But now every single visitor reads that plaque and they don't think that there's any anybody that has that bloodline in them anymore. So that's why I say sometimes the books get it wrong. I can never say hi to everyone. I just say hello, everyone on the chat. You all know that. And I love you all. Yeah, I knew that was wrong because I had the same result, E. Marie. Yes. Yeah. My honey's like, that doesn't seem right that there's no, because it literally says there is no descendants from the type. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm descended. I'm pretty sure I was descended, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't a nice way to be descended, but I am. So sometimes books and plaques get it wrong. Yeah, I my that's another reason why because my eyes are yeah, as you can see I've been at the beginning you never saw me change my glasses. So it's all kinds of things. I just like that I'm sitting here sewing this and I didn't even have to think about measuring like they measured enough. I don't know how they cut this. I'm thinking they didn't cut this with the fabric. They must have cut this lengthwise. You can chat now, yeah. So anyway, it's a good day of reflection for all of us. Sure. All right, now I do love this plant. We have a lot of this growing around here. We'll give you some of this while I sew for a little bit. Look at that. What is that? So we have a lot of this growing in our area. As a girl, I used to pick them all the time. We also have cornflower grows here a lot. So I would put that with the cornflower. I was excited when I saw that. I was like, I actually know what that is. Yes, it should be taught to everyone in the world. You're right, Giovanna. Queens and lace. That's what it is. It is. Good morning, Jamie. It is Queens and lace. So true. So Queens and lace has another. Do you know the other name for Queens and lace? That's what we're talking about. Uh, yeah, they were hidden in the mountains. I still think they're hidden in the mountains, E. Marie. Honestly, I do. I think they're in Bayamon still. We may not know where they are in there, but they are. They are. Chigger bush? Nope, it's not. It's called wild carrot. So it is Queen's Anne lace, and the other name for Queen's Anne lace is also wild carrot. Okay, so true or false? Queen's Anne lace is native to North America. We have a true and we have a false. So that's. I know that it grows very well around here. That I could tell you. I loved picking it. And now I remember when I was younger, they used to be everywhere on the sides, like when you would drive, you would see cornflower, you would see that, you would see the pink ones, phlox, all the time. And now you hardly see it. It's like when you used to see 10 feet of snow and now you see 2 inches of snow. I don't know what happened to all the flowers, but we used to see so many wildflowers around here when I was younger. People would stop and pick. Now you can't even find one. So I have a little bit growing on the side of my house and I won't pick it because it's so beautiful and I don't want it to disappear. All right, true. Never seen them in Kenya. Climate control. So it is false. It is native to Europe and Asia. So I don't know. Got here. It's here now, but I don't know how. All right. The plant is named for the wife of England's James the First. Where was she born? So what basically they're asking is where was England's James the First wife born? And her name must have been Anne, right? Because it's Queen's Anne's lace. Yeah, that's true. Bee population is low. I'm telling you, like it would be when it's in bloom, it would be amazing driving through the Catskills, seeing all those three particular flowers in particular flowers. And it's now it's not anymore like how it used to. All right, no one knows. So she's from Denmark. I didn't know that either. So I did not know that, but she's from Denmark. A poisonous plant in the same family as wild carrot was used to execute the philosopher Socrates. Name the plant. And that plant is now growing in our area and has put lots of people in the hospital. So my son, when he does landscape work, I said, you need to be careful over this plant. It's no joke. It just sent someone to the hospital just recently here. Came up on my news feed because he came into contact with it. And like he's on serious, it's serious. Let's see if you guys know what it is. Yes, it's called hemlock. Jamie, love the video on the patriotic quilt. What? Wait, did I miss something? I always get Jamie's stuff. Did I miss something, Jamie? Did you just put a video out on a patriotic quilt and I missed that? How did I miss that? I'm normally like right on that stuff. Really am. So I missed that. I'm gonna have to now go. Well, I'm sure I'll be waiting, right? In the doctor's office, they like us to wait all the time. So I'm sure I'll be waiting and maybe I can find it. Jamie, I'm making your big stars very soon. Okay, I have to go. Oh, yesterday. Oh, yeah, yesterday was a hot mess, Jamie. I was not like on YouTube yesterday much. I was on someone's live yesterday for a little bit while I was going between, or was that the day before? I don't remember now. I was on someone's live and then I had to go into the pharmacy and then I came home and drove home. I wasn't talking, it was just in the back lurking. And then I fell asleep. I came home and fell asleep and thank God I put my alarm on. Okay, so I'm going to look for it on the second border now. So I guess I'll know about these stars because it'll be in your video. I'll know what Andrea's talking about. Well, I'm glad you made one. It's great. And I just bought all this patriotic fabric. I'm so excited because I didn't have very much going on in my bucket. And what I had that to me is patriotic, I couldn't use because it's like teddy bears. Though I did sneak some teddy bears in that last video. And then one is like little boys and like it's I guess childlike. So yeah, so I will have to look into that. And maybe someone will be live when I make my drive to the eye doctor. Everything is such a drive here. Ugh, I'm so over it. I really am. Okay, so poison hemlock is means and lace, brother, sister, cousin, mother, I don't know. Oh, I was fascinated by this plant as a child. I was so fascinated. My parents even bought me one because I became so fascinated with this. What is that? No problem. Have a great day, Jessica. Jessica's quilt. She just she did post a picture of her big block quilt. She made a cute mention of me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did see that this morning, but I woke up late and I had a late morning start. And remember, if you're going live today, make sure your visibility is on public because mine was not this morning. Don't want to have the same heartache I had. Yes, it's a Venus flytrap. And I was so obsessed with that plant. Yeah, I don't know if it was because also that was the time when Little Shops of Horror came out. Remember that Little Shop? I don't want to keep singing it because I'll get probably booted. But, you know, Feed Me Seymour, Feed Me All Night Long. I think I know that musical by heart. I loved that musical. And now I think it's creepy. So now I don't love it so much because now I think it's creepy with the dentist and the black eyes, and it's interesting. Like, yeah, it's not really. It is a shop of horror with the abuse and everything. But yeah, not a problem. Have a great day. Yeah, I just was fascinated by this plant. Okay. Carnivorous plants are most often found in poor soil. True or false? And because that plant, because right when it goes, if you feed me Seymour, you'll feed me all night long. Because he will keep growing big and strong. True. So yes, it's true. So Seymour must have had that plant in poor soil. Yes. So true. They evolved carnivorous tendencies to cope with poor soil nutrients. Which of the following is not an insect eating plant? So which one is not an insect eating plant? A, bladderwort, B, buggleweed, or C, sundew? A, bladderwort, B, buggleweed, or C, sundew? Which of these is not an insect eating plant? Maybe I should plant some. True, orchids also almost no soil, just bark. Not your mother. Well, hello, not your mother. So yes, it is. We only have one idea. It is bee bugglewort. It is that. That is not an insect eating plant. Ready? To what country are Venus flytraps native to? To what country are Venus flytraps native? This is surprising to me because I thought it was something else. Anyone know what country? This answer surprised me, and then the area where they said it did surprise me even more. You don't know, no problem. Not a problem. I understand. South America. So interestingly, that's what I thought. I thought it was South America, maybe the Amazon for some reason. It is actually the United States. And they are native to the East Coast. And I live in the East Coast. I have no idea. I could have been going out there looking for Venus flytraps when I was little. Because I don't think I'll be going out there now and wasting my time doing that when I could be quilting. Just saying. All right, here we go. We're going to do a little bit of feud. I'm going to get this last one out. This last border on here. And then I got to call it a day. Name something an auto racer hopes won't happen to him at a race. Name something an auto racer hopes won't happen to him at a race. So now here are these. And we have a pile here and a pile here. Yep, they are pre-cut to what we need. Wreck, crash, burn. He crashes is number 1. He runs out of gas. That's number 3. Has to go to the bathroom. Don't they wear diapers? I feel like I read something like they wear diapers or something like that. But that's a good one, right? Because you gotta go. Blowout. Yes, gets a flat. That's the number 2 answer. Wins but is disqualified. Ooh, that would be horrible. So loses is the race. So yes, he crashes, gets a flat, runs out of gas, and loses the race. Yep. Those are all good answers. All right. Where would you look to find out how old someone is? Where would you look to find out how old someone is? Hi, Tamarin. ID, driver's license. Yep, driver's license is on there. ID is not, but that would make sense. Hall of Records and driver's license. Driver's license. Yeah, that's on there. What else? Birth certificate is on there. Yearbook. Yearbook is not on here. Photo ID and passport. Passport is not on here. You're so in love. I do love it, Cher. I'm such a purple person myself. Hello from Australia. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Anna. You're having tu café? Bebiendo tu café? She's drinking a coffee this morning. Birth calendar, which is birth certificate. Good one. So we have license and wallet. We have birth certificate. We still have 4 more. Oh, I went off the rails. Got to go back and put myself back in line here. Get myself back in line. There we go. So 2 of the things are body parts that they mention. Wrinkles. No, wrinkles isn't one, but it's probably a good one. I didn't realize these 2, well, I did know about one of them. Marriage license. That's not on there, but it says licenses, so I guess that's under licenses. Hands, yes. Death certificate is not on their tattoo. So yes, hands is one. And there are, let's see, did you say it? Hands, face, teeth, hair, knees, neck. You good, right? Because wobbly, I don't have that yet, but it may be coming. Their hands and their eyes. They have their eyes. Oh, yeah, because look, my eyes are aging. Duh. I'm, matter of fact, going to that. And then the other one is they asked a family member, and they just asked them. That was the last 2. All right. Here we are. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This I think there's only one or two that still exists, right? Um, Name your favorite soap opera. This is how old these questions are. Name your favorite soap opera. And my favorite soap opera is on here, but it's the last choice. I guess my soap opera that I was in love with, I used to VCR tape this. Every day I'd put in a tape, make sure I set it so that I would tape because I was always in school. And man, I watched that forever until it ended. I wonder if you could stream them like from the beginning and watch from the beginning because that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives is the fourth answer. General Hospital is the number one answer. Santa Barbara. I do remember Santa Barbara. That didn't make it. Santa Barbara didn't make it. Uh, let's see if anyone says what theirs was. Young and the Restless is number two. Number two soap opera. I think the number three is still on air. I think it is, but I don't know. I know one of them is that was on here is not on here, and it used to come on before my soap opera came on. Let's see. General Hospital, yeah, number one. Ryan's Hope. I don't remember that one. Dallas, yeah, that's a soap opera. And this is daytime soap operas, everything on here. The Bold and the Beautiful is number seven. Another World is not on here. I'll tell you what's not on here. As the World Turns used to come on before my soap opera came on. That's not on here either. So I guess that wasn't popular. Melrose Place. My mom watched Days of Our Lives. Yes, Days of Our Lives is four. No one said the number three. I feel like number three everybody watched, and I think it's still on air, believe it or not. But I might be wrong. I know there's one or two that's they're still going. When I was in college, I would plan my classes around General Hospital. What? Let's see what's going on with as yes. So As the World Turns did not make it on here, and I never did watch it, but it was the one that came on before my soap opera, which is number 8 on this list. But seriously, I was like a crazy junkie. I was like sitting there making sure my VCR was working and videotaping. Oh, it never made it to like DVR or whatever that was because it ended before that generation came out where people recorded. Let's see. Dark Shadows. I do remember Dark Shadows, but that was like a short time, right? But I didn't watch it, but I remember the name. Wait till I tell you. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, those." All My Children. Yes, Jamie. All My Children. Isn't that still on? That's that lady that won that ridiculous amount of awards. And she was on there from like the beginning. Oh, what was her name? I don't even think she's around anymore. But yes, All My Children is number 3. And I think it's still on. So we have General Hospital, did we say Young and the Restless? Young and the Restless is number 2. All My Children is 3. Days of Our Lives is 4. I don't remember this one. Passions. Yes, Susan Lucci. Yes, Susan Lucci. Passions. Do you all remember Passions? I don't remember Passions. When was Passions a thing? But Passions is number 5. Erica Kane. My mom watched all the soaps. She's still around. So, Passions, One Life to Live. I remember that, but I never did watch it. Your mom watched Passions? When soap operas were around, I actually used to watch, and there was nothing else to watch. I would watch a random soap opera. Now I don't even watch TV in the afternoon, even if I am home, because there isn't anything. Yeah, you don't remember Passions either. I don't either. Don't remember Passions. All right. Then we have One Life to Live. The Bold and the Beautiful. And my favorite, the one that I was a nut job watching, because that was the one, like, I think my mom or someone watched it in my family, and somehow I picked that up, like, I think at the age of 10, and I was hooked. I remember at 13 is when I think VCRs was a thing, and I think that's, like, I was, like, because that came on at 3 o'clock, and I didn't come home from school until almost 4 o'clock. There are a lot of Spanish soap operas. Yes, I watched those on Netflix. Yeah, all those telenovelas, I watched them on Netflix because they come out on Netflix. So Guiding Light. Do y'all remember Guiding Light? And Procter Gamble was the one who sponsored Guiding Light because it would always show you at the beginning, you know. It was a Procter Gamble thing. I was so upset when Guiding Light went off the air. Oh my gosh, you would have thought the whole world ended. Reba, if you remember Reba from Guiding Light, she was always getting into nonsense with Josh, and they lived in Springfield. And I was thinking it was Springfield, like out here in Massachusetts, but now it's probably from Springfield, Missouri, is I think where maybe that was from. Oh yes, if you were all Guiding Light watchers, you would know what I'm talking about. And you know, it was crazy. Like at one point, I think Reba had a twin, and she died and resurrected herself. I don't know how many times. And yes, I don't know how many times she divorced Josh and got married back with him, because then there was some outrageous other thing that would happen. The drama. Now all we get now is reality TV. It's entertaining, but really not as entertaining as a soap was, because I think it was just so outlandish. We all had to tiptoe around when my mom was watching her soaps. That's why they were called soap operas. Ivory Soap, PG products. Oh, okay, yep. My dad referred to him as slop operas. Erica Estrada, I do remember Erica Estrada to the soap operas, novelas. Yes. Oh my goodness. Those days of soap operas. You know, I think that they would do good. I think if they came up with one right now, I think we're all exhausted from the reality TV. Like, we're just all over it. And I think we need a little bit of change. And Kim Zimmerman played Reba, right? Reva, not Reba, in Guiding Light. And I remember she came up here, and I had been working at a place where she came in like as a teenager, and she came in for coffee. I thought I'd die. I couldn't even believe she was in there. And she was going, I must have been like, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I remember that. It was so funny. Oh, there goes my phone. Good morning. Are you from the East Coast? Yes, I am. See, I am from the East Coast. Good morning. This is a quilting channel. Looked up, and it was the longest running soap opera. Started on radio. You looked up Guiding Light? It started on the radio? I thought, why did I think General Hospital was the longest? I don't know. But in any case, yeah. My phone is on 20%. It just went red. I'm looking at the time. It's 8:30. I have to leave at 9. So I need to go downstairs and get myself speedy dressed so I can leave. But here, let me show you what I have. I have the first border on, and I have the 2 on here. So this is how. I could tell by the voice. Well, it's a Brooklyn girl. That's why. Brooklyn girl gone country. Good morning, Lorraine. Oh, you're in Delaware. I love Delaware. Such beautiful beaches. Thank you for your comments. And y'all got me in stitches because I was also in Texas, so I picked up y'all with my Brooklyn accent. But anyway, you all have a wonderful day. Oh, Denver, Colorado here. Yep, Colorado in the house. All right, so I do have to go. Everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward, and I should see you tomorrow. Bye.